Hello you flim-flam space jams, and welcome. I'm Lensy6, and today our animated spray tutorial is taking us to the likes of the internets. And we're particularly using this panel here from this comic, The Gamer Cat. If you want to read it, then I'm not going to stop you. And so, yeah, that's our image. So, let's get on with it, shall we? And so here it is. We've got it here, and oh, there we go. Yep. And we're going to be using this, as it would seem. I know, it's kind of weird that we're using the thing that I just said we're using, but we're using it anyway. So, first off, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to crop it. So if we zoom in a lot, and then we just take a little selection, and scroll, and is that about even? Yeah, it's about even, probably. I don't know. Yep. Okay, and so we'll select that, and then if we just go to image, and then crop to selection, and there we go, and then we get that. And now, let's see what the canvas is like. 247, okay, that's fine. If we actually scale the image up to our power of 2, and if you're wondering why I seem to be going past things really quickly, it probably means you haven't watched my previous videos, in which case I recommend you watch at least one of them. I'd recommend the newer one because the older one isn't that good, I'm going to be honest. Although quite a lot of people like it, so what do I know? So now we've got this, and it's in our power of 2, which is all absolutely delicious. And so we are going to now save pictures, basically. Turning this into an animated spray is actually incredibly similar to, well, a non-animated spray. So, I've got to stop doing that. Anyway, so, we're going to do that, and this is going to take quite a while, so I will probably skip this part for you guys, because I am that nice. Oh yeah, while I remember, don't save it as a GIF file. Save it as, well, you can save it as a JPEG or PNG if you like, but I always do it as a TGA, just out of habit. Although make sure you don't have RLE compression, because that seems to mess it up. Origin doesn't matter. And then, yeah, so now just, oh yeah, for this particular spray, because of how they've made it, I need to make sure I keep the background in all of them, but it doesn't make any difference. In fact, I will show you this part, just in case I mess up, that way you can see me mess up. I'll just cut out that first little bit before. But just, I'm really keeping this on here just because I want to talk to you. Bum bags. I've just, okay, right. This is one of the things I just noticed. In this, you need to keep all of the ones but before. It depends on what, I can just do export to that and it instantly works out. It all depends on how people have animated it and how you have done it yourself for the animated GIF, turning it into the spray stuff. And sometimes you'll need to have all of them visible before the one you want. Sometimes you just need that one. It doesn't make any difference really, so it's probably best to keep them up. I'm just silly. But that shows you one of the problems you can have. And then we do that, and good. And then finally, we do that. Awesome. So now we've got all of these. Time to move on to the next step. Right, so here we are. I definitely haven't been editing this. Yeah, you see I'm already in this folder because I had to open it once and then close some things for reasons. So if you've done it like how I have, and done it numbered, then they will all be one after the other. So that's all good. And then on this thing, remember, don't resize, you've already done that. Don't generate bitmaps, otherwise it won't be high quality. And then just leave that as is. And make sure that says animated texture. I don't know what the difference between the other two is, but I know you need to be animated. And yeah, resize. You can let it resize it, but if you haven't got a square image, then it will make it look weird and stretched. So if we just do that, it's not going to play that fast at all. It plays really slowly. But that's what it's like, and make sure that those things are ticked, okay? and then it is the normal save as, and then go to wherever it is for you. So if you're on 32-bit Windows, it will just be program files. Otherwise, it will be program files x86, because these games are all on Steam. Chances are it'll be Steam. Then Steam apps, and then common, and then find whichever game you want to save it in. I'm going for Garry's Mod, and then for Garry's Mod you have to do that again, and then it will be in materials, VGUI, logos, and then you can call it whatever you want to call it. Just gamcat for that. And then this last bit, I don't know if it's necessary, but I've always done it just in case. Go and create VMT file, create, and then save one in the same folder and one in this UI folder. And that in fact, so basically this is what you would see on a VMT file. Nothing interesting, it is literally some text. But basically that just tells it where the texture is, which you kind of it needs to know. So, yeah, and then now we just do as we did in the other videos. So I will see you once I have Garry's Mod open. Okay, so here we go, and multiplayer, and then because I've already set my file, I will just go over this little bit again. You much just go to where you found it, and then, you know, it's in there. But once you've done that, then all your other ones will be there as well, so don't worry about that. And then just OK, and then what you need to do, if you want to test it, is start new game, set it to a multiplayer thing, and then if you set it local, that means no one else will be able to join it. So it's just, you need to have, on Garry's Mod, you need to do your single player as a multiplayer server thing. Whereas, for TF2 I know, you can just do local anyway, and it will still show. For Garry's Mod, for some reason, it doesn't. And then, if we just choose, I don't know, Goldenrod, there we go. Start the game. And this is where we see if my video is a complete failure or not. I do hope it's not. I do hope this works. I mean, I've used it before and it works, but I'm hoping it works. I'm going to be kind of annoyed if it doesn't. It will, won't it? I have used this one before myself, and it has worked. But now I'm really worried it won't, and I'm going to be really annoyed. I'm getting adult. Why? I have them. Initializing game data. If this bears any relation to any actual music, I'm sorry, it's not actually. And then, oh yes, it actually worked. I'm so happy, because I've tried this so many times with so many other things and none of them worked. But finally, yep. Now, actually, that's Whitney over there. Whitney, you evil bastard. You evil. Rah! I think you know what? A shotgun just won't do. A shotgun will not just do. I mean, just won't do. No. So, thank you for watching. Ask questions and I'll try to answer them. And I hope you haven't realised I have a cold again. Why do I always have a cold when I do tutorials? Anyway, until we meet again. Don't know where, and I don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some happy day. I must turn God mode on. Okay, that explains a lot. Okay, I'll cut that out. Anyway, yeah.